Will and Annie, a couple who work out together stays together. Hashtag happy spotting.
Don't get mad, get naked.
So when clearing a room full of zombies, corners first.
Will and Annie, a couple that prays together, stays together, and worships together.
Isn't that very pastor-like?
I think when we met and we clicked, we clicked in a way where it wasn't so much like, hey, let's finish each other's sentences, that kind of thing. It was more like, dang, we are different, and that is fascinating. It was one of those things.
We're very different in our personalities, and our strengths are also very different. But I think we're both able to challenge each other to reach out. And I think that's what I really, really hope as we have overcome, and we're continuing to overcome, that as we get married and have a lot more security there, that we'll really be able to just, wherever we go, that will make a difference. One of the quotes that I think of when I think of us is, the best is yet to come. And, it can be a cliche quote, you see it everywhere, but I really think that's something for us. Because I really do think the best is yet to come for us. And it has to, because, I guess I just believe that God wants to reveal so much more of the kind of love that He has for us through our marriage.
I'm not a believer in the whole, she's the one, in terms of hearing from God, oh, God told me you're the one. But I do think that He can tell you whether or not it's a good idea.
If you asked me that a long time ago, it would have been a simpler answer. But I'll start with a simpler answer. It was day 5. So you would think if you knew after 5 days, then why did you date for 7 years? But, but we went through a lot, obviously, since then. And a lot of it was tough stuff,
Because we did break up a couple of times in the span of 7 years, because a lot can happen in 7 years. But there was a point in time, even after that, where one day I was thinking about her and everything that we had gone through, and I realized that there's nobody in this world who could take that place, I guess, in my heart towards her.
Dear Annie, we're finally here. Leading up to this day, I found myself thinking a lot about our journey and our story. The story would typically continue that our love bloomed and blossomed like a romantic comedy, but as you know, our story was a little different and we had some rocky times. But through the highs and lows, the thing that has always endured in our relationship is that we were always for each other. The rough seasons were never because of the conflicts that we had against each other, but rather they were seasons we needed to go through as individuals to find ourselves and to find God. Our story is just as much a story of devotion and dedication, as well as a story of giving each other enough space to grow. I stand here able to confidently say that I am devoted to you through the thick and thin, not just in theory or concept, but because I've had the chance to do it before, and I will do it again with all of my heart and all that I have to give for the rest of my life. I promise to take out the trash wash the dishes, and reach for all the stuff in the higher cabinets. If only you will help fold our socks. Thank you for loving and embracing a broken man like me, and I can't wait to start our lives together. I love you, Annie.
Dear Will, reflecting on the last 7 years that we've shared together, I'm reminded of the significant discoveries we've made during our countless conversations. Before I met you, my expectations of life always seemed contained, but you break me through my walls of control and help me to let go of my self-imposed standards. With you, I have so much to discover in our marriage, in the world around us, and in our unique relationship with God. Will, you are the most intentional, passionate, and patient person that I know. You love disproving my insecurities and embarrassing me with your over-the-top compliments. You make me feel known in all my ways, and you rather enjoy my imperfections. So today, before God and our community, I give you all of me, every version of me until the very end. I promise to be faithful in every season by the daily grace that I receive from God. I will hold you in the highest regard as my husband and best friend by championing your courage and embracing your journey. Finally, I promise to love you as you are and to choose you today and every day. Will, I love you. Our best is yet to come.
I can't help but reflect on our past when I think about our future marriage. You know, you have this idea of what kind of person you are or that you want to be, but the fact that we've seen such darker sides of ourselves and yet we're still able to say that I choose you and I want to be with you, I don't think I valued that enough. I think there have been many, many times when you would have thought that we should have not chosen each other, or at least been like, oh, I can't do this anymore. So, I mean, there's definitely hope because I've seen us go through a lot and to see each other through a lot of seasons.
I think something that God has definitely taught us through our dating process is the price of marriage and the weight of marriage. And I think that there's no other relationship that has really shown me the love of Christ and how He bears with our brokenness, because we've had a long relationship and we've had a lot of ups and downs and a lot of personal seasons of individual brokenness, and we've had to kind of navigate those. So yeah, I think bearing up with one another's brokenness is one of the most beautiful things that we can do for one another in marriage.
You know, it's nice to think, oh yeah, he could be the one, but can we actually go through life together? Can we actually overcome our trials and our sinfulness and all that stuff? Can we actually do that? Because it's a nice idea, but if you can't go through that together, then I don't really know what will come of it. So it was actually seeing us through the seasons that I realized we can make it.